From the top to the bottom, I'm the top I stop. At the core, I forgot. In the middle of my thoughts. Take it.
What's good, YouTube? Your boy 21 here, and I'm pretty sure you guys are my messy bed in the background. Sorry about that, but whatever. Today's topic is going to be a discussion I'm going to be doing, and today's discussion will be about growing as a player and knowing when to basically pit your favorite deck down. Now, for a lot of you net deckers, this don't apply to you because you guys aren't really loyal to a deck per se. You guys play a deck, and when something new comes out, you guys hop onto that one deck, the newest hottest thing, kind of like bandwagon. Which ain't bad, because when you're trying to be good at something, you're gonna do what you gotta do to be good at any means necessary, and that's a good mentality to have. And then on the other side of the coin, you have players like me who like to play decks like gadgets for X amount of years, or wind up, or Gearvia, or heroes until they freaking just go old, because we want to play the deck to try to be innovative. We want to be the Jeff Jones of our locals. We want to be the best we can be, and prove that you don't have to spend a lot of money to be good at this game and win with this game. And honestly, me personally, I like making people rage when I beat them in gadgets. I think it's fucking hilarious. But, you know, it comes to a point where, as a competitive player, you have to evolve and you have to grow up and you have to say, you know, this deck really ain't that good anymore. Like, for example, for you guys that don't know, I quit playing gadgets about 2 weeks ago. About a week ago. Try to put that song somewhere in here. But anyway, yeah, I quit playing gadgets about 2 weeks ago, and I've been playing Yu-Gi-Oh! And been having a hell of a lot of fun with it. It's like a breath of fresh air, as I said in my duel video. And the reason why I quit gadgets is because, honestly, the archetype as a whole is too freaking slow. And I know there's a lot of gadget players that are still like, double summon gadgets is the new thing, double summon gadgets is this, double summon gadgets that, but the way I see it is like, honestly, right now gadgets aren't that bad on the deck. You can still beat Shadow, you can still beat Satana Knights, depending on how good they draw and how good you draw. Like, in order to beat those decks, you have to draw amazing, and they have to draw mediocre to decent for you to beat them. And it also depends on who goes first. So it's a lot of factors that have to be in your favor for you to be the Satana Knight player, or a Burning Abyss player, or a Shadow player. And then game 2 and 3, you have to either go first and open up your triple Shadow Mirror or Mount Cosmos in order to win. So that basically means you have to win on luck alone and not actually skill, which is why I was starting to get annoyed with gadgets. I'm like, only time I'm winning is just winning when I'm opening my floodgate at night. They don't have an out to it, so I just beat facing with that. And I honestly, I find that shit boring. I think it's whack, and I think honestly, just not how I want to win. I want to be the player who outskill you and outbeat you, not the player who makes all the right plays and just get blown out because your deck is better than mine, or I beat you because you draw bad and I draw a floodgate. I don't want to win that way, and honestly, a lot of my wins recently have been because of that, and I got sick of it. And I'm like, you know what? Next set, new challengers. We're gonna have Cliff Force, and honestly, I just don't see guys playing against Cliff Force, as well as a lot of lower tier decks playing against Cliff Force. Now, there are some decks I believe that can compete as low tier. Like I said, Black Wings is one of them. Mainly because of Black Sonic. I've tested Black Wings out. It's an okay of a deck, but Black Sonic, it just seems like a good meta call for a Cliff Force format because of Icarus attack popping the pendulum zones, Black Sonic banishing all of their monsters when they try to attack for game. And other decks like, you know, Fire King, Big Bird on the field, dying, coming back, destroying everything, and then somehow if you lock them out with a Vandy's Infinite, is pretty much GG right there with Deep Facing. So there's a lot of tier 2 decks. Yeah, Batterman as well. I feel like because I'm beating the next format, I just feel like gadgets aren't one of them. And the reason I want to make this video today, because I'm not gonna lie, it hurt to hit the gadget deck down, as weird as it may seem, because it's one of those decks that took me far. It got me consistent regional top 8s and consistently doing good at regionals. It got me my first YCS top, and it got me pretty much a niche as a player. I was always a gadget guy that go to locals and really do good. People are scared to play me because they're like, okay, I don't know what the fuck he's attacking this week. I don't know how his deck works, and it's making me rage, make me feel good. But you know, in order for me to evolve as a player, I feel like I have to play something better to do that. And you know, I didn't just quit gadgets and pick up the next tier 1 deck like Satellas or Shadows or Burning Abyss. I picked up Gear Gears because it was a deck that I'm like, okay, it's similar to gadgets, it's more competitive, and I have an idea with it, which is Augur and Fortress and etc. So I made the video as a message to you guys that are like me who play lower tier decks. Like, let's say, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of guys out there that like Crystal Beast, or a lot of guys out there that like decks like Heroes right now, and you guys have hope for Heroes in January. And that's another reason I can't run gadgets, because of fucking Heroes. Dark Claw just shits on everything, and that card will be splashing every day because of Ash Chain number 2. So it's like, yeah, playing. You just gotta evolve with the player. My main point, once again, you just gotta evolve with the player and realize that sometimes your deck will expire, and you just gotta suck it up. If you're a player like me, you gotta suck it up, put all that pride away, and pick up something that's a lot better. Like, I know Gears are on a lower scale of the high tier list right now, but it can compete. I've seen people compete with it, and I'm like, it's fairly budget. Now, I know a lot of people play lower tier decks because they're budget, and like I said, once again, there are decks that can compete. So I feel like if you're a player who is running the deck and you want to be competitive, and your deck just ain't working for you, just sometimes, like, honestly, it's not the player, it's really just the deck. Your deck ain't good enough, so you have to put a lot of effort into finding a new deck that you feel like you can transition into and work for you. Because I know there's some Ghost Trick players, there's Crystal Beast players, there's all kind of players that want to be competitive, and they get frustrated because they lose against a high tier deck. And it's like, even if you're a better skilled player, you're only going to win because you draw a Floodgate or your opponent draws terrible bag. So I feel like you guys all suck in your pride like me and put your skills to the test and pick up something better. Even if you got to save up some money, just do something. I mean, hell, Konami does help us out with these with these budget decks. I mean, they just released a Gear Gear deck. They're going to release the Hero deck in January. And maybe those aren't the decks for you, but they did release the Battle Man stuff uncommon. So Telenites right now is pretty cheap. I think you get the whole deck for under 150. There's a lot of options for you guys out there that want to play a variety of decks, but my main point is, sometimes if you want to be competitive, you got to suck in your guts, suck in your pride, and play something that's relatively good to do good. So yeah, like I said, this video isn't directed towards the majority of people who already play what's good. A lot of people out there, they just play whatever the best deck is and do good, and there's nothing wrong with that. But this video was for the players that are like me, who like to play their own decks and like to be original and like to re-innovate the game. You guys can still do that, you just got to do it in a different way. Like right now, I have a new version of Gear Gear. Well, it's kind of old Gear Gear Machinas. And my version, from what I'm saying, is different right now, and I'm going to put my test here when I go to locals tomorrow. I'm expecting an undefeated victory, and we'll see how that goes. So, with all that rambling and talking going on, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a big thumbs up to show your support. Let me know what you guys think about this topic down in the comment section below. Because I'm pretty sure there's a lot of you guys out there that are playing these low tier decks that aren't just cutting it for you. So I feel like, honestly, there's a lot of options for you guys out there to help transition your skills and to be a better player and overall a better duelist at your locals. Once again, it's Yoba21 with becoming a better duelist by putting the deck down, and I'm out. Rate, comment, subscribe, guys. Deuces.